Today on Extreme Cabin Makeover, we're going to find out what's left in Jimmy Hoffa's refrigerator. You ready? Good morning, Cabineers. I'm Brian.
And I'm Nola. And on this week's vlog, we will be finishing up a few minor details for the Mountaineer.
Like the water heater.
Yeah. And we're also working on a few of those back burner projects.
You know, those things that kind of pile up that are not really that important, but kind of get important after a while?
Yeah. I can't not say
You can't not say yeah.
So I guess we'll
That's
say yeah.
fine.
Today I am starting to work on this room here. This is the room upstairs in the Great Hall or Lodge. And eventually the goal is to get rid of the teal and purple and then put in a new hardwood floor and then turn this into what's going to be, I hope, a beautiful craft room, sewing room, and a few extra bed spaces. Today, I'm going to be working on taking out the trim, and I was gonna try and save it, but then I started and immediately broke a long piece of trim, so I'm probably gonna have to buy new trim, which makes me very sad. Right tool for the job. I don't think I've ever seen this many outlets in one room in my entire life. I mean, just look at them. They are everywhere. It's kind of wonderful, but it's also very strange.
The water heater is here, and the hot water goes up there. I'm thinking about the most logical place, if we're going to move it, is to right here.
Oh.
Because this is where the water tees and then goes each direction and branches off.
Gotcha.
There's really not any other place. There's no end of the line, and without having to reroute the cold
Well,
water
wouldn't
to
that
get
make
there.
it just sort of hang in the middle of the... Or are we going to build a...
I can build a bracket or
structure?
something to put it on. But
I don't
also,
know what makes the most sense because I have never dealt with anything like this.
Well, Neither have I, so I'm guessing 2.
It's literally 4 yards from the hot
it's
water.
It's like 10 feet. Yeah, it's like 10 feet from there to there. So is it worth moving it that 10 feet when we can just put pipe insulation around it?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, I will put it where the present water heater is.
All right.
Cool, thank you. So it sounds like I'm standing here taking a pee. I'm not. It's the water tank emptying. Sufficient. And this is the final installed new flash hot water heater. We do not have any electricity hooked up to it as of yet. That's what the electrician is going to do when he comes this weekend. But I have it mounted and I've got all the plumbing run to it. And yes, it's a little wet. That's because we had a little mishap. One of the lines I hooked up, I forgot to crimp, and I turned the water on and it shot water everywhere. But I crimped it and there is pressure on there right now and nothing is leaking.
Neither rain nor wind nor sleet nor hail will keep me from my appointed tasks. So what you may not know is that it is actually raining. It's a very light sprinkle, but I've got a bunch of things I want to do today that are actually outside. And so let me show you the mess that I'm trying to clean up. So this is the front porch, back porch of the main house. And as you can see, it was left in a bit of a shambles by the previous occupants. Just lovely. And so my job today is I want to work on cleaning up the exterior here and picking up all of the trash. I want to fix the fire pit area, which is so full of ash that it reaches the grate, and clean that up. Basically, just throw everything away, because we've got here this nice little mosquito pond, because we're gonna have to move up here. So here we go. I have my gloves on. I've got a bag, a whole bunch of trash bags, and I am ready to start working. Pretty well broken.
So we got a pretty good pile of stuff here going in the trailer. Nola is blowing the leaves off the porch patio area, and now I get to delve into the root cellar. And this is the root cellar. It is a very creepy place, and that's what I will be doing for the rest of the day, is cleaning out the root cellar of all this wonderful trash. Who knows what magical, cool treasures we might find in here. Or it may just all be garbage. That looks pretty fishy. I think I'm gonna pitch that. Crapped out DVD. A skill saw and a rag. I already got a skill saw. This might actually come in handy. Romex wire, I'll keep that. Ooh, hey. This could actually be useful. Giant ball of mystery twine. This could be helpful. We'll see.
And evidently Nola has had it with pushing the bushes aside to try to walk down the little deck there.
Yes.
Oh man.
What?
They had a copy of Birdman that they let get trashed. This movie is awesome. If you haven't seen Birdman, you need to see Birdman. This is going to be fun getting out of here because these are all hard now. So they're just 80 pounds of concrete. And all the fun stuff. All the fun stuff. Great. Somebody left their tools, a whole box of tools, outside.
So,
And it's all trash now. I'm just going to throw it all out because it's all rusted out and worthless. That's unfortunate because I can always use a few more tools.
what was that?
I don't know, some goofy little decorative thing.
Oh.
Today on Extreme Cabin Makeover, we're going to find out what's left in Jimmy Hoffa's refrigerator. You ready? Are you ready? Get over here. Get ready.
Ah, it's all cobwebby over here.
That means it's old and it's been here for a long time, and who knows what's going to be in here. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Anything? Anything?
No.
Oh man, it's empty. So much for that idea.
Maybe next time. I'm trying to. I'm always in the way. It's fun like you're in the way too.
This will either be really funny or really embarrassing, which will still be funny.
Do you want me to hold the other side?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Here we go. Root-ta, zoot-ta. And that's how you get the door off. Any landing you can walk away from. There's an awful lot of jobs here that just kind of get pushed to the side and piled up, quite literally. This is one of them. It's hard to see, but there's a big pile of cut off logs that someone had already started cutting off and just kind of left. And then there's a stump here that's all overgrown. So now that the weather is nice, it's cleared up for, you know, a little bit, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to clean up all this crap out so that I can mow this area. This pile of debris is right here at the front of our property, and I've been wanting to clean it up for quite some time and just haven't gotten around to it until today. As you can hear the traffic, everybody drives right by here and sees this, and I want at least the front entrance area where people drive by and see looking good, so that way they know that like stuff's going on here and there's improvements being made. Wow, that was a lot rougher than I thought it was going to be. We finally got it out. Now that we've done the crappy hard work of digging out that ugly stump, I get to cut down this little piece right here. I'm hoping that this is going to be usable lumber. I'm not going to chop this up for firewood. This is going to be saved, and I hope I can use this to make something later on. So now that this thing's on the ground, I don't know, it might not be very usable. It looks like the termites have gotten to it. And it's already started to kind of rot out. So we may not be able to use this one, unfortunately, which sucks because I had high hopes. I did some research online and found out that I need 2 of these breakers to power the flash water heater, which is not very clear in the instructions that they provide. They make it look like you only need 1, but you actually need 2. I found a video from a person that I will post the link to in the description, and if you want to go there you can look at that video if you have this type of water heater. But you need 2 of these breakers. You need 2 separate lines running in. This is one I bought specifically for the water heater. This is one that's actually a heavier gauge line that I had laying around, and so I just used it. But you need 2 of these lines, 2 separate lines to go into the water heater to supply enough power for the flash water heater. And here's the water heater all hooked up and ready to go. That's how I have it wired in. I got 2 grounds, and I got all 4 lines going into the power block here. Good, just turned on the hot water. And now it's starting to get warm. So it took a few seconds to get here, but this is the furthest faucet away. Now it's about as hot as I think it's going to get, but it's pretty hot. I mean, I feel like holding my hand underneath it. And you can hear it heating the water, and it is currently going up to 115 degrees Fahrenheit, which is what I have the temperature set to. Now all I have to do is put the cover back on, and this project is done. So what we got going on here is this is the old water heater from the Mountaineer. I have to get it out from underneath here because, well, it's junk now, and the easiest way is to let gravity do its job.
So where's the dog?
She's back underneath here, so
okay.
She's fine. All right, and this thing weighs a ton because it still has a bunch of mud in it. Ugh. Ooh, I could probably roll it like this. Or not.
I'm now getting behind a tree.
Oh, I can roll it like this. There we go. Lean it on me. Now, I can hold this here for a second. If you look down there, I have the trailer strategically placed with the gate down. Now the idea is if I put this in the right spot and give it the right little kick, it'll just magically roll down the hill and go right into the trailer.
Uh-huh.
Self-loading water heater experiment in 3, 2, 1.
Well,
it didn't kill anything. Oh, so close.
and now it
Still
rolls
going.
as far away as it
Still
was
going.
before. I feel like there ought to be some use for a dead water heater, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's a teeter-totter.
It is a teeter-totter. Yay! That was pretty easy. Let's see what Nola's been up to. So how's it going?
Slower than you would think.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, you're putting on the second coat now, and
Yeah.
I'm like looking at it thinking, wow, it may even need a third.
Right, well, I hope you enjoy doing it. One of our goals this week is to finish up this room. This is the room upstairs in the lodge, or Great Hall. And it used to be purple and teal. So Brian is now putting up a new ceiling fan, and I'm going to be concentrating on painting trim.
Worst case scenario, I figure by the time we finally get all these cabins up and running, I'll be a certified ceiling fan installer.
And I'll still suck at painting. The real question is what direction do we want the floor to go? Do we want it to go this way, so it's like lengthways with the room, or do we want it to go sideways, so it's this way with the room?
My best guess is to open up a box or two and just kind of lay them out.
All right, let's do that.
Okay.
So this way looks nice, but I'd like to see it the other way too.
Okay. Well, let's just grab these and like just flip them 90 degrees then.
Okay.
So there'll definitely be more cutting going widthwise as opposed to lengthwise.
Sure. But aesthetically, I think I like it aesthetically going lengthwise.
You want a lengthwise? Yeah,
What do you think?
It should make the room look longer and bigger. This
Right.
way, doing it this way would, in theory, make the room look shorter and squatter.
Right,
So-
which is already pretty long,
It is,
but
but it's also because we've got the low ceiling. I think giving the illusion of space this way
it's a good idea.
will help with that. So,
Okay.
all right, we'll do it lengthwise.
While Brian is working on the floor, I'm going to be working on the trim. We decided to try and save some money by reusing as much of the trim as we could. Now when I took out the trim, I did break a few pieces, so we were able to find the same trim at the hardware store, so I could supplement and still save a ton of money on trim by just reusing what we have. As you can see, there's quite a few nails. So I put my two tables together so that there's a gap in between, so that I can hammer on the gap and still have some support on either side, which hopefully will mean that I won't break up the wood. I don't know whose idea it was to save this trim, but yeah, when I see her, I'm gonna give her a piece of my mind.
Why? What's the problem?
Oh, just, you know, as you predicted, getting those
Nails out.
not real nails out, because they're all bendy and
So we have to go back and buy more trim.
No, I'm gonna keep at it.
Okay.
I'm gonna get it.
All right, it's not as easy as you thought.
Great.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Have fun with that.
Thanks.
Wow, so this place really turned out great.
I'm very excited with how well it turned out, and I'm very pleased to say that I'm going to have friends and family staying here today, as well as I'm also excited to be doing some projects up here sometime in the future.
Maybe some more costuming projects that you'll see on our other channel, Costume Trek.
Yep.
So if you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel.
And follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Starr Mountain Retreat.
See you next time.
Bye.